Breaking Barriers: Empowering Girls Through Equal Opportunity by Jorgen Amari, Pedaga consulting firm. All rights reserved, copyright 2023. Education is regarded as a fundamental human right that empowers individuals and plays a pivotal role in socioeconomic development. However, despite significant progress in global education over the past decades, equal opportunity in education, particularly for girls, remains a persistent challenge in many parts of the world. One of the primary issues hindering equal opportunity in education is the limited access to schooling for girls, particularly in marginalized communities. Economic constraints, cultural norms, gender-based violence, early marriage, and inadequate infrastructure are among the key barriers preventing girls from accessing education. In many societies, girls face greater barriers, including limited financial resources, long distances to schools, and societal expectations that prioritize household chores over schooling. Poverty is also a significant impediment to girls' education. Families facing financial constraints often prioritize boys' education, perceiving it as a better long-term investment. Girls are often expected to contribute to household chores or income-generating activities, further limiting their access to education. Economic barriers, including school fees, uniforms, textbooks, and transportation costs, pose additional challenges for families struggling to meet basic needs. Deep-rooted gender bias and discriminatory practices perpetuate inequalities in education. In addition, gender-based violence in schools, such as sexual harassment or assault, creates an unsafe learning environment leading to girls' withdrawal from education. Girls face significant safety and security concerns when accessing education. The fear of such incidents not only affects their physical and psychological well-being, but also erodes their confidence and motivation to pursue education. Failure to address these safety concerns perpetuates a cycle of exclusion and denies girls the right to a safe learning environment. Despite recognizing the transformative impact of girls' education, there remains a significant funding gap. Many countries allocate inadequate resources to education, resulting in insufficient infrastructure, low-quality materials, and limited teacher training. Although several countries have developed policies and legal frameworks to promote girls' education, weak implementation and enforcement mechanisms hinder the effectiveness of such initiatives. Also, inadequate data collection and monitoring mechanisms impede evidence-based decision-making and tracking of progress in girls' education. Without accurate data, it becomes challenging to identify areas of improvement and hold accountable those responsible for addressing the issues. Teacher training programs often neglect gender-responsive teaching methodologies and thus fail to address gender biases within classrooms. This gap perpetuates gender biases and stereotypes within classrooms, hampering efforts to create inclusive and empowering learning environments. Similarly, curricula that reinforce stereotypes or exclude the contributions of women limit girls' self-esteem and perpetuate gender inequalities. Thus, the failure to integrate gender perspectives into educational materials and pedagogical practices hampers efforts to promote girls' education effectively. Equal opportunity in education, especially for girls, is a critical component of achieving sustainable development and fostering gender equality. Despite notable progress, persistent challenges and failures in addressing the issues surrounding girls' education hinder the achievement of this goal. To overcome these challenges, it is imperative to prioritize socio-political commitment and foster strong partnerships. Issues surrounding girls' education necessitates a multifaceted approach, including improved infrastructure, tackling gender biases and discrimination, addressing economic barriers, enhancing teacher training, and promoting gender-sensitive curricula. Simultaneously, greater investment in education, stronger policy implementation, and improved data collection and monitoring systems are essential to drive meaningful and lasting change.